Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. It is me. So I wanted to make this video because I know there's been like a couple of people that have asked me before. So I'm like, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. Sorry, I have the fan because it's really hot. Let me scoot back a little bit. So this video, as you guys can see from the title, it's just a little, a little history to share with you guys what it's been like here, because obviously it's so different than the United States of America. But yeah, so let's get started. So if you're new to our channel, welcome. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can see all our videos. Oh, I got a tattoo. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, this is Rintin's paws. Rintin is my chihuahua that passed away, so I have those. My mom's not very happy about it, but whatever. Anyways, so if you're new, little backstory. Me and my husband worked together. We met while he was in prison, and we got married in prison. We've been together for 11 years, over 11 years, and we were together in prison for 10 years. I was not in prison because it sounds like I was in prison. So yeah, I waited for him for 10 years. He got out last year in April, and he was deported. So here I go, moving to Mexico. I moved to Mexico. Mind you, I am not even Mexican. My family is not even from Mexico. My family is from El Salvador. So I'm pretty sure you guys have an idea, like, oh my God, what were you doing? Why are you moving there? Like, for a guy, whatever. So, we always talked about it, like if he was deported, we were going to move to Mexico together if he was going to get deported. We did talk about him going back, but we didn't want to deal with all that, like he is on parole anyway, so if he got caught over there, he would go to federal prison. So there's just a lot, so we were like, we'll go to Mexico, we'll figure it out. And that's what we did. He was sent to Mexico. I came along. We ended up getting an apartment together, out in the freaking dirt. Not in the dirt, but like out somewhere like not that nice. And the first couple of months, I'm going to say about 11 months, was probably the hardest for me. I really did not cross over to the United States because I had like a lot of anxiety. I think I only crossed like 3 times. I had a lot of anxiety. I just didn't like it. I don't know. Then, we moved and I started crossing a little bit more. And then once we moved to the area where we live now, I had to cross over every day because of work and stuff. So with time it has gotten better, but obviously it's not the same. It is not the same at all. I don't love it. I don't hate it either. It's not my favorite place to be at. It's not. The cops is what like really give me anxiety here, because you just never know. They're gonna stop you. They're gonna ask you for money, and so it's kind of like, it's just like I hate it. So I literally drive around with my car windows down all the time because they are tinted. So I do that literally when it's raining, when it's not raining, all the time. Just so I don't get pulled over because I'm so like traumatized, fucking PTSD from these damn cops. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what I can share with you guys. The traffic is horrible. There is no freeways really. I know that from my understanding, there's only the one, which is like it's a toll freeway. You pay, and it's a federal freeway, so it's, I guess, more secured, but you do have to pay. So there's actually not that many people on it, especially on your way to like Ensenada or like Rosarito, which probably a lot of Americans are the ones that use it, because it does cost like about between $2 to $5. It depends, because each caseta costs different. So it's from $2 to $5. Yeah, I know we went to the Mexicali area. That one is a little bit more busier at a certain point, but those freeways are like really lonely because a lot of people don't use them. So like if you're driving out to Rosarito and you're going through the street, which it is a street, which is called what is it called? A calle libre? I think that's what it's called. That is just a two road street, and it looks like a freeway, but it's actually a street. Maybe kind of like a highway type of thing. It's kind of like a highway, super busy. You got 18-wheelers, you got taxis, you got buses, you got people walking everywhere. You have people from here, you have people from the other side. Like it's always traffic, and you will see a cop everywhere you freaking go. There are cops everywhere in a truck, in a car, and they're like undercover cops. You also see like the military peoples. Also, they see them less though. But usually cops are freaking everywhere. They're literally everywhere. Like no joke, literally everywhere. You know how there's like a Starbucks everywhere? It's like a cop everywhere. There is Starbucks here, so it's not this. I mean, it's coffee. It's coffee. It's all the same. But they do have certain drinks that are different from the United States, or maybe California, because I'm probably sure different states have different drinks and stuff. There is one in where would it be? It's like I guess the Otay area. It's an Otay like in front of the Sears if you're driving towards like Rosarito. Then there is one in Rosarito towards going to the beach. Like if you're on the street, like the highway that I'm telling you, you'll see it right on your right side. There's the one Starbucks, and then in Rosarito also it's on the right side. So you'll see them if you ever like come this way. So they do have Starbucks. We have gone to the Rosarito Starbucks when we used to live out there. We have been to the Otay one twice or three times. But yeah, there's also one in another area. But that was like in a shopping center. But yeah, there is Starbucks out here. I know people have asked me like, is there Starbucks? Yes. What else can I share with you guys? Like I said, there's cops everywhere. Here, guys, if you come here, I would not like. You know how like in California, I'm gonna say California. You can go out and have like a beer, too, go to the bar, have a little couple of drinks, whatever, and then you can. Maybe you shouldn't, because I mean, don't drink and drive, but you can have a drink or whatever. And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. Like I'm gonna go home, and you're like, I'm fine. Like I'll go home. But here, I feel like you can. Me personally, I feel like I cannot have like a single freaking, not even a sip, because here they have like, especially on the weekends, like going to Rosarito, there's freaking retenes like up the butt. There's retenes randomly, but especially on the weekends, they have retenes every fucking weekend, and they just change different spots. But they're there. Also, to El Centro, they have retenes like on the weekend because they know everybody's drinking. So it's like, and then you could get pulled over at any fucking minute, and it's just like it's too intense. And I'm like, no, thank you, I'm cool, bro. Like I feel like I can't even go out and enjoy anything. Like you would have to go in a taxi or Uber. One thing that we learned, there is no Uber in Rosarito. So if you're ever in Rosarito and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get an Uber, there is no freaking Uber in Rosarito. So remember that. There's only taxis. There's only taxis or buses in Rosarito. So keep that in mind, you guys. They do deliver food out here. Uber Eats, they do have Uber Eats, and they have this other one. And then a lot of restaurants here have their own delivery. So if you order like a pizza or something, they'll bring it to you, usually in a motorcycle. Make sure you have cash, because they don't take cards. You cannot pay through the app, which I've tried, and you cannot. You have to pay like pesos or dollars, I don't know. Use pesos because that's the best. I think here, you know how we go on Amazon to buy things? People here mostly go on Facebook. There's another website called like Mercado Libre that you can go on, and it's kind of like an Amazon. I've been on there. Yeah, it's like an Amazon in here. Sorry, my ear like hurts. I think that's where we bought our fridge or something, but it came from Walmart, so it's kind of like it's kind of like Amazon. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to buy things new or used, you usually go on Facebook and on the marketplace and see what people are selling. There's groups here for wherever area you live in. So say like, oh, you know how like, say you live in San Francisco, right? You would go to like the marketplace in the, I mean, just search up the groups, like whatever mission, whatever area you live in, and usually people post up like what they're selling, like food, items, anything that they're selling. It's like on there, so you can just be like, hey, I want to buy this, and they'll bring it to you, or they'll tell you like, oh, I can't bring it to you, you have to pick it up. So that's like one way that people buy a lot of things here. At least we do. No, we don't. But I go on there like for food and stuff like that. We bought like tamales before, champurrado, um, tosti ceviche. Yeah, tosti, camarón ceviche, whatever the heck. I don't know what it's called. We bought a lot of stuff, corn, a bunch of different stuff because everything's kind of far from us. So we just end up doing that. Here, guys, one thing that I had to really get used to was the whole gas situation. There is running electricity here, you guys. The gas situation, there is no like underground pipes for the gas. You know, it's not like you're just like, oh, I'm gonna turn on my freaking stove and the gas is gonna be there, like, you know, whatever. Don't even know how that works. Because in Tracy, where my mom lives, is all electric. We don't have gas stoves. But here you have to buy like a gas tank and you have to go and fill it up. Either you can go fill it up or they come and switch it out whenever you need. So remember that, like, if you have a small tank, it's always the small ones, the little ones. You either go and fill it up yourself, or you call, they'll come, they'll switch it out with another one, and then yeah, that's it. Or if you have like a bigger one, you know, you have to take it yourself. They do have the ones, the big one. I don't know what they're called. The bigger ones, they go on top of the house, but you need like a special pipe that goes connected. It's already on the houses, but you connect it to the house, and then, you know, they just come and fill that one up themselves. Like, they bring the big truck of gas, and then they hook it up and fill up your gas. But we have the little minitas, so we have to go and fill it up. We usually take it ourselves because they be ripping you off. They rip you off regardless, okay? Regardless. Gas here. Gas is, I haven't not put gas. I know gas right now in California is like almost $5. I've put gas in California. I have not put gas in Mexico or filled it up. So I don't know if what's the price right now. But here you don't put in your own gas. They literally, you drive up and they do it for you, which is like, I don't like it because I'm like, I'm the kind of person, I don't trust people. So I'm like, no, I can do it myself. And it's like, it doesn't work like that here. Like, they do it for you. They just tell you how much, and then you pay. You can pay in dollars, you can pay in pesos, you can pay with a card. If their machine's not working, they'll tell you like, oh, our machine is down, and then you can't pay. So whatever. But yeah, what's another thing? That's one thing I had to get used to. I mean, I've always been stuck in traffic, like when I go to work and stuff. So the whole traffic thing it's nothing new to me. Like the line to cross over, but this whole traffic here, it's so annoying to me because it's like there's so much traffic. Their air quality is freaking horrible. Like literally, I have to constantly use my asthma medicine because their quality of air here is sucky. The air quality is horrible, you guys, here. And just be careful because when you drive out here, it's like driving here in TJ is like driving in San Francisco. Okay, if you ever driven in San Francisco or driving in maybe LA. I've driven in LA and y'all is crazy. I've like downtown LA, like, you know, Hollywood area, whatever it's called, like they crazy out there. And then San Francisco people don't give two fucks. They're the same. But like that is like driving there in those two places, like it's like here. People don't care. People don't look. People literally just merge into the lane and they don't look. Like they literally don't do that. Look over your shoulder, person. They don't use their freaking their blinkers, and it's very frustrating. Like I'm constantly screaming in the car because they're so annoying to me. I'm like, use your blinker. Look over your shoulder because I literally just saw you and I knew you were gonna do that because you just, you know. So I usually give myself space in between the cars because you just never know, you know. And yeah, they're annoying. What else? What else that I had to get used to and is different? So everything I mentioned is like different for me and I had to get used to. The whole grocery shopping situation, I had to get used to because it's very different. Obviously like brands and everything is different. You know, I'm used to like I mean, they have a Walmart here, but it's not the same quality as the one over there. So I don't go to the Walmart here. There's one in Rosarito. I don't go to it because the quality is not the same. Um, what else? Sorry, like my mom had to call me. But anyways, but yeah, I think that's most of the things for me. And it's just getting used to a whole country. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different country. It's a whole different. Everything's different. Their Spanish here is totally different. Like I'm still trying to figure out like how to communicate with people. I mean, I can talk Spanish, but it's not the same. And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, people here are different. Yeah, I don't know. Um, I don't really talk to a lot of people. I mean, now I'm like getting a little bit better at like talking to people because I don't know. Like, tell me if it's just me, but I'm not one of those like that. Like, oh, I don't speak Spanish. I do speak Spanish, obviously, but I'm like, I cannot have a full ass conversation with you, girl, because I don't even feel comfortable with my own damn Spanish because I'm like, y'all gonna be like, what is you talking about? You know what I mean? Then it's like different than when you talk to your own family because they speak the same and they understand the same. So you can just like talk to them without having to like, ¿cómo se dice? Even though I'm like, okay, I know how to say it. Sometimes I really don't know how to say it, you know? And then it's like, look, well, Salvadorian, we say like this. How would you say it in Mexico? I don't fucking know. And then I asked the Mexican and he don't fucking know. Eric don't know. Um, but yeah, what else has been different for me here? The houses are really different. I mean, we live in a like gated community and we have a whole like we rent a house. It's solely different. Everything is like tile floor. Houses are made of cement. It's hella cold during the winter time. When it's raining, you can hear it super loud. Yeah, the only thing that has rug is our stairs. Yeah, and then when you run out of gas, you will know because you have cold showers. That sucks. Unless it's summertime. Well, like right now, we really don't use the gas. I mean, we're out of gas right now, but it's not a big deal because it's hot. So we take cold showers anyways. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think what else has been like different. The tacos are bomb here. Like good. They're way better than the ones over there in America and California. Really delicious. I mean, there's been a couple places that are bomb. Some places are like, girl, what are you doing? Oh, stop it. What else? What else has been different? I think that's it. That, that I've had to get used to living here. It's just different. It's just different. But I do really like where we live. It does feel more Americanized because there is a lot of people that live here in this community that are from the other side or they got deported, and so there's a lot of people that speak English. And if they don't, they're people that are like, I guess, considered in Mexico like people with money, which are educated as people in a way. They are. Either they work on the other side, they were deported, or they just bought a house here because they come here a lot, or they're like people that are from here that have like really good jobs, and so they are like fancier people. Like we met people that live. I mean, Eric's super friendly, which is kind of annoying to me, but I'm like, whatever, dude. Um, he's met because of him. I've met people too, like that are like pilots, airplane pilots, obviously the pilots. They're like lawyers, they're like police officers that live here. Uh, when Eric used to work here, he said there was like, I mean, he does still work here, but as a security, he said there was like strippers that lived here. Um, which I'm like, okay, you would know. Yeah, there's just different kinds of people here. So it's just, it's different and I really like it. It's really nice. I like it here a lot. I usually don't leave this area at all, you guys, because